Rebbe Nachman has a whole Torah that he says that when you tap into that divine grace, that infinite favor of Hashem, finding favor in Hashem's eyes beyond what you're ever worthy of, he says you tap into it to whatever extent you let go of the lust for food. To whatever extent that you let go of ta'avat achila, the desperation, wanting to grab it, more and more ta'avat achila, more and more food, stuff in my face. Let me try that food, let me try that one. More and more and more and more and more and more. Whatever extent you can be happy and satisfied with small amount of food, bread and water, regular amount. As the Rambam says, don't ever fill your stomach to the top, to the limit in your meal. Always leave. Maybe a third of your stomach empty. And learn to be happy and satisfied with that. You don't have to wait till till the cheesecake is coming out of your nostrils in order to stop the meal. Yes? One slice of cheesecake is also good. Is also enough. And so Rebbe Nachman says that when you live in that way of that approach, that consciousness, releasing the need to stuff myself up with the food, you move into He'arat Panim, the light of Hashem's face, so to speak, which is this grace, this favor. Like the blessing in the Kohanim, the blessing says, Yisa Hashem panav elecha. Hashem, which means literally, Hashem will lift up His face to you, which means you will receive from the light of Hashem's face. And Rebbe Nachman says that is the light of Yaakov Avinu. This aspect of the He'arat Panim, the face of Hashem. Yaakov Avinu experienced that, because Yaakov Avinu represents truth. And to whatever extent you're connected to truth, like we spoke about in Bitachon, that point of truth, you experience the face of Hashem. And that, says Rebbe Nachman, is the experience of the light of Eretz Yisrael. Because the light of Eretz Yisrael comes through Yaakov. Like it says in the Pasuk, says Rebbe Nachman, Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz. The Yishuv, inhabiting the land of Eretz Yisrael, comes through Yaakov Avinu. The holiness of Eretz Yisrael comes through Yaakov Avinu. And the holiness, therefore, that means that the holiness of Eretz Yisrael is the face of Hashem. And that's why the holiness of Eretz Yisrael is the light of truth. And that's why Eretz Yisrael represents, as we'll see, the grace of Hashem. And that's why it says about Eretz Yisrael, one of the blessings about the land of Eretz Yisrael is that it's a land that you will not be eating bread in poverty. That's the literal meaning of that verse. A land that you will not be eating bread in poverty. So says Rebbe Nachman, what does that mean? He explains a twist on those words. He says that it's a land that when you're only eating bread as your meal, you're not doing it because you're poor and you can't afford more. It's because you released your attachment to more and more and more food. And you moved into a place of being satisfied with a slice of bread. Okay, that's my meal. I'm okay with that. When you're eating only bread and satisfied with the bread, it's not because you're poor and you can't afford more. You can afford a meal like Shlomo, like King Shlomo, Bismano. But you're satisfied with less. I'm okay with leaving a third of my stomach empty. I'm okay. I could have died because I don't have the cheesecake coming out of my nostrils. We didn't make it till the next meal. Because God sustains me. Hashem is blessing me. And Rebbe Nachman says that connects you to the light of tefillin. There's a long Torah about this. I'm not going to go into the specifics. He says it connects you to the light of tefillin, and it connects you to the light of Eretz Yisrael, and it opens up wealth, and it opens up peace, like the bracha of the Kohanim. Finding favor in Hashem's eyes, it means that you'll have peace, because he says that when you experience, look at this, when you experience within yourself a desperation or a neediness or an urgency to stuff your face with a lot of food, the desire, the ta'abat achila, he says that's an indication that there are judgments. There's judgment energy upon you in the heavenly court. And when you're able to release that lust, that desire for stuffing your face with more food, and move into a place of inner satisfaction, as you do below is done above. That causes a peace in the heavenly court. And you dissolve that judgment energy from upon you. Imagine that every time you have an opportunity, every meal, to dissolve judgment energy. And in between meals as well. Instead of running to stuff your face with more and more snacks and whatever, take it as an opportunity. And it says Rebbe Nachman, this is the reason why, and whenever we want to sweeten judgment energy, our tradition teaches us, so we do a fast. That's the whole point of the fast. It's not to sit there and drool about all the things you're going to be eating after the fast and stuffing your face with. It's about releasing the lust energy and moving into a place of inner satisfaction and contentment and joy with what is, just being. And inner peace is what opens up all the blessing. So there's a whole Torah from Rebbe Nachman about that. But